Hey everyone, my name is Anna and I'm making a video about my Wild Unknown tarot, the mass-produced one, and I colored it in. I asked on Instagram, do you want to see a video of me showing all the cards in the deck that I've colored in? And the majority of you answered yes. I like to post pictures of anything tarot related because I love that art, and I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and I've started doing it professionally, um, which is so much fun. I am doing it once a week now in a store, a very lovely store in Amsterdam, where I live. I'm Dutch, so English isn't my first language. So, tea and tarot. Let's get into it because otherwise I'm just going to ramble about everything related to tarot. Here we go. I have chosen some colors that maybe don't make sense aesthetic-wise. It's just, first of all, feeling, and also I was inspired by those garish colors of the Albano weight. So whenever you see colors that are strange together, that's what I was trying to do, because I think that it does help me read. It does help me connect to these cards. And I think now that I've ruined the deck, I won't mind reading with it at the park or on the beach in sand. It won't matter if they get dirty or scuffed up a little bit, because anyway, a working deck will show signs of wear, but this one is already kind of like it's totally DIY in an art project, I would say, and not a very good one, but nonetheless I'm happy with it. So this one I like. It's the Page of Cups, yeah, Daughter of Cups. So if you are familiar with the imagery, you can see that first there was only a rainbow of color, and I've added the blue for the water, and then for some reason pale yellow and pale pink. Earth, of course, the sun. I've made it a little more reminiscent of Rider-Waite-Smith, because to be honest, people call this a pip deck, and I guess, but it's a Rider-Waite-Smith based pip deck. This was one of the latest ones. Somehow it felt right to make that weird thing, that nightmare, dark blue over a pale yellow background. This is probably my favorite card in the deck, together with the Seven of Wands. Hangman, yeah, very Hangman colors. Here, the rainbow, tried to make it yellow and the wands red. Devil. Death, of course, because death is not death. Death is Arcana number 13. And death is life, so green. Pentacles. The world felt better, purple and blue. That was just a feeling. So cups, try to make it very nautical. This one I don't love, but it's okay. I tried to get rid of that half moon by making it black. I don't know why that half moon is there. Judgment made sense to have these colors. Okay, so I love the Wands family. I just colored them bright red. So the swords are yellow, star. Didn't know what to do with that rainbow, so just added a little bit of color. I made the doe purple. Father of Wands, the moon. I just tried with some cards. You know, like this one's like meh. This one I kind of like. I made the branch green and the little bird yellow. I also like the swords family. They all have blue background and are all yellow. I love this one. Makes sense. Yeah. The swords are yellow. It just makes the whole suit a little less dramatic. Because it's the power of the mind. It's not only destruction. Creative. And this card, I keep reading it as the Eight of Pentacles because of the way that they are aligned. It's the 7. Tower. What did I even do to this? Yeah, I made the tower darker, grayer, because I remember how delighted I was to see such a dark tower in the Centennial edition of the Rider-Waite-Smith. Just a little more color. And I don't actually, you're gonna laugh at me, I don't actually like color in my decks so much. Except for maybe the Albano Weight. But I still haven't found an edition that I love. I've had a vintage one that sucked. Like a vintage from the 60s. 68. And I now own another vintage one from the 90s. Which is okay, but it's just so out of focus. Every card is out of focus. And I refuse to buy the new one because the King of Pentacles has that weird crease in the background. Have you ever noticed that? And the cards are apparently very glossy, which I just boycott. I like this card. These colors make sense to me. Another rainbow. Garish colors. Love it. I really don't mind that card. This one is alright. Very reminiscent of the Rider-Waite-Smith, isn't it? This one turned out pretty cool. A wheel. What a messy wheel, isn't it? Empress. Just hot pink seemed appropriate. This was one of the first cards that I colored in, which I really liked. The effect of the markers really make it look like water. But it's also one of the first cards that I trimmed. So there's barely any card left. It's like so wonky, but it's fine. Accept it. Deal with it. Another rainbow. Okay. Emperor. Red. Yes, had to go full red. Temperance. Some pink. So the Chariot, I blackened the corners. They were red. And gave him some serious Rider-Waite-Smith colors. And made half of his body black, you know, for the 2 horses in front of him, or the two sphinxes, one white, one black. So it's just to represent that other half. The wands and some opposition, and the Mother of Pentacles. Just made them green. That's all the cards. And then edged in black. It's a deck that I am not afraid to put in my bag without without a little bag or a pouch or anything to protect it around it, just like maybe a rubber band or something, and I would just be fine with this. Because, you know, it's still a tarot deck, and I know the imagery, and I can read with it, and even though I don't love it as much all the time as Rider-Waite-Smith or Triomphe de la Luna, I'm glad that I did this, and I still have my first edition. Maybe coloring in this mass-produced deck has made me appreciate the first edition even more. Although this one just really has that Albano weight effect, doesn't it? Just jumps out at you. So anyway, that was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Guess I'll see you later. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Astral Lady Tarot. See you there.